Welcome to the bonfire, guys. Today it's part 10 of Arcanum, and also today I'm going to have a little bit of a sick voice because I, surprisingly for me, got a little bit ill, and I hope it's not going to be a problem. And probably the stream is going to be a bit shorter, but anyway, I want to continue our wonderful Arcanum adventure. Today I'm not expecting any caves, any troublesome and also pointless wandering, so hopefully we're going to enjoy this more. Also, we are probably going to head for the new town, as I told at the end of the previous stream. Stillwater it is, and it's a nice place. So there are some quests which are not really about fighting, but are about some talking, convincing, persuading, cheating, stealing, so all the tricks that well, not all of them, but most of them I have. And there is just one issue, that I don't have many bullets, which troubles me a little bit. So I want to solve this issue first, and let me first check, do I have something to sell, because I'm afraid I don't have enough to buy enough bullets. So these things, so I think last stream I experimented with these guns, but I wasn't really impressed with the result. That's why I probably reloaded and kept my charged accelerator gun. So, and also we are going to very soon get a new party member, Logair. That's why we need to decide who to say goodbye to, and I'm sure it's gonna be Sog, because, well, he is pretty much useless. I mean, like, he's only a fighter and nothing else. Like, he has no scientific, you see, no scientific, no technological stuff. Well, he is immensely strong. Like, he is a really dangerous guy as of fighting. One thing I don't understand in this patch is how is it possible that characters get 24 or 21 points of some parameters, which is totally unimaginable in the previous patches. And like, look, I have strength 9 and I have 4,500 weight carry limit, while Sog has 24, and we understand that actually 1 point of strength is 500, well, 500, let's say, whatever they calculate here, and this means that he should carry 12,000, but he has 10,000. That means that there is a limit. Oh, damage bonus. Maybe damage bonus grows.
How can I help you? What do you...
So Magnus has 14 and damage bonus is 4. Well, hard to say. Okay, Gar.
Yes, sir. What?
20. That's where we have the difference. Okay, so the higher the strength, the more damage bonus we get. Right. Anyway, Sog has to give me something like... no, I'll give it to Logair. So, but I think I'll sell this. I'll sell this large studded leather, because Because I can, and because I need bullets, and Sog is going to be fine anyway. It's like impossible that he will suffer enough damage to be in danger. I don't believe so. By the way, how much is one bullet now? I wonder if it is still 4 coins. Right, so we have 460 coins, which is already bullets, which is already better. So let's go to the boil, and after the boil we are going to this new town. I get an impression, I know I'm constantly complaining about the patch, which is, I mean, overall is nice. No glitches, except for strange parameters mechanics, like Wallinger has a lot of dexterity.
How can I help you?
Magnus has an incredible
How can I
amount
help
of
you?
dexterity,
What do you
I
need?
believe. Yeah, like I have 10 and I run faster than they do, so that's weird. And the dog is quite slow, but it has to be strong, so and fast and agile and so on and so forth. I don't know. Oh, there is this nice mission, Stone Cutter Clan. I like it because it has quite unusual creatures inside, and I'll do the quest later. Because, well, I imagine that I'll need maybe a couple of thousands of bullets for that adventure, and I don't have money to buy them yet. So let's just focus on some peaceful business in Stillwater. And here we are. So that's a new place. So what do we have here? If you remember our
What is it that you want of me?
museum, which where we found Gar and where we had a wonderful conversation with the manager of the museum, we tricked him into getting this clumsily stitched assemblage of moth-eaten bear pelts that is supposed to be from the Stillwater Giant. So, and that's the statue of the Stillwater Giant, and actually it exists, and I know that you can actually meet it. You might. There is a chance if you like walk out of Stillwater at upon the completion of the quests connected to this giant, and it once happened to me, but I don't know how you should trigger this event exactly. So hopefully we will be lucky enough to encounter this monster, but for now we are going to need this hide to complete one important quest, actually the most important here, which is, I want to remind you to learn the location of Kintara. Yeah, that's find the Elven village of Kintara and find out what happened to the Black Mountain clan, and two more quests which are quite long. Well, one is long, one is not long, just for later time, and that's for Cumbria, Medallion of Beauty, and Arthur Tyran. I don't know why we don't have this quest about the archer who we need to inform about his master waiting for him, but it's not in the list, strangely. But I remember, so I'll do it anyway. As long as my memory serves, and yeah, I hope my voice doesn't really bother you much. So first, the inn. Some paintings, actually, quite beautiful paintings, I should say. And let's earn some 500 coins from guys. So this one I think is an assassin, so let's not touch him. Any rumors? Okay, this lady doesn't want to talk. Do you know friend? Yes, I want to play. Do you know? Yes. What? 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 Ah, I don't have 500 coins. And that's the assassin. I don't have 500 coins, that's the problem. Aha. So, where can I get 500 coins here? Why didn't I sell my fancy pistol? Huh? Okay, so let's talk to people first and get some quests. A pleasure it is to meet you, sir. I believe that Joachim has left something for me. Oh yes, he left some things for you now. Where did I put them? Oh yes, I recall now. Here you are. So that's our elder Joachim, who is Virgil's master or mentor, better to say. And so I can rent a room, or where is the... I'd love to find out. Exquisite lumbering. Have my gratitude. Okay, that's it. Nothing important to be heard here. So the book. The man trying to kill you seem to be the remnants of the Molochian Hand, who long ago were assassins for the Order of the Dead, Derian Ka. I found this ancient but incomplete text concerning their history. They don't seem to be bad fellows, perhaps just a bit misdirected. Things are too dangerous right now. I shouldn't have even had you come here. I'll find you, Joachim. And some, I guess, historical note, with very nice font, by the way. Lost histories of the Molochian Hand. Their separation from the Order of the Dead was always a mystery, but translations of the scrolls of Trellian, first assassin of the Hand, have brought to light the enigmatic reasons for living. A half-torn excerpt from the fourth scroll reads: "And the writings of the great necromancer were found by me, and his madness and abominations were made clear, and I threw myself to the ground with great sorrow and gnashing of teeth. How evil were the men to whom we had pledged our hearts and our swords. I vowed to make war, and we set ourselves upon them and the grey legions on the plains of Warden, and we broke them, but we were also broken upon them. My heart burns." Obviously, there were doctrinal differences between the Derian Ka and...
Excuse me, that book is interesting, don't you think? It seems that these Molochian Hand assassins were part of some larger group called the Derian Ka. What did he call them? The Order of the Dead. Obviously, these fellows all had some sort of a disagreement.
Virgil, that was very impolite of you. Like, I was reading. Also, I'm sick and my throat is sore, and you're interrupting like that. But fine. Yes, Joachim thinks perhaps they're not all that evil.
Not all that bad? Ha! Obviously, Joachim hasn't run into them lately. That fellow Trellian did sound like an agreeable sort, though, didn't he? Anyone who chooses to side against something called the Order of the Dead is all right in my book.
You mean the first assassin, Trellian?
Yes, you've got a point there. I'm sure the man was no saint. Then again, who really is? We've all got, well, blood on our hands. In the end, we all just play the roles given us. Sometimes they don't fit so well, but I guess we make do.
You and I know a lot about that, it seems.
Yes. I'd never have thought myself worthy of this affair, and I shouldn't be making judgments about anyone's character. I think I'd best just keep my bloody mouth shut.
Virgil.
Listen, there's something that happened to me. Well, because of me, because I was foolish, because I was a coward. Burdens like mine, they don't go away. They always come back to collect what is due them. Someday the balance will have to be paid.
What are you talking about?
No, I shouldn't have said anything about it. As I've said, the past is in the past.
Well, what do you think we should do now?
I don't know. I was hoping that Joaquin would be here to give us a little guidance. It seems we've been running blind without the reins, doesn't it? I guess we should just stick to the task at hand.
Sounds good to me. Let's get moving.
Yes, the day's not getting any younger.
Oh yeah, but first I want to finish reading, if you will. Where was I? The writings that Trellian refers to are unknown, but it's been surmised that they were some sort of personal journal or logbook. One of the scrolls of Trellian also refers to the Master's place of dark secrets set among the stones, which may or may not have referred to Kurgan's lost laboratory spoken of cursorily in both the writings of Belak and Isered. Something like that. I can't read this font properly. But interestingly, I can find a companion, Torian Kell. His name is Torian Kell. He is located to the west from Torrent, so between Ashbury and Torrent. We'll find him and accept him into our party, kicking out all the speechless companions, meaning Sog, Jaina and Wallinger. They will have to go. Instead of them, we'll have a Raven, we'll have Zan Alurin. So Raven is an elf, and Zan Alurin is a dark elf. Then we need to have Torian Kell, and we also need to have Logair. Ooh, that's a tough choice. Somebody will have to go, because I can't have more than 6 party members, right? That's a shame. You know, there was one version of Arcanum which was at the beginning of the game you are choosing biographies, right? So you are choosing your past, let's say, which is reflected here. So there was one I can't find it anymore, unfortunately, in any version of the game that I play. It is called something like I don't remember. So the point was that you got -1 intelligence or -1 willpower, but you had +1 companion possible, which meant 7, with the dog 8, and that was awesome. Like, you could join, you could accept many nice people into your party, and that was so cool. Because I mean, there are such stories behind everyone, and I just hate to lose them. Well, maybe this time I'm not going to team up with Raven, because, well, the love line with her is pretty romantic, but she is orthodox, she is stupid, she doesn't accept any other philosophies, which I find unacceptable, speaking about partners. So probably she's going to be out this time, which is an absolutely exceptional case. I've never played like that, because I was always quite sentimental about her. But I don't care. Next point is, so if we don't have Raven, one place is empty, and that could be either Logair or who? It could be Payne, this adventurer, traveler. Well, I'm planning too much now, I think. Let's see how it unfolds, because there are also other interesting characters to be teaming up with. Most of them, the ones that I haven't mentioned, are speechless. I mean, they don't talk, they don't have voice acting behind them, which is quite boring. Like, Zog is silent all the time, I don't like it. Who else? Well, you know that Wallinger is silent, Jaina is silent. That's a shame, because they aren't commenting anything, they just running. That's boring. So, I don't remember, do you have any quest for me? No. You, lady, have a quest? She's the newest one. This guy, how do you do? May I ask a question? Not much going on here, is there? Stillwater just hasn't been the same since the cult of Gestiana came into town. If you are interested in finding out about them, you should talk to the priestess Brigitte. I'm grateful. Okay, so he isn't anyone important too, which is quite surprising. I thought there should be somebody who will give me a quest, but probably I'm mixing with this place. No, I'm not mixing with this place. There should be a man with a quest about one gemstone. He's of course. Here are your 10 coins. Homeless beggars, but well, Arcanum is a harsh place. I guess that's the quest. Yeah, greetings, good Alfin. Might I ask your name? I am Gildor Nightwalk. Who are you? My name is Funny Guy. Well, what is it, Funny Guy? What is the word on the street? Have you heard about Atkin Chambers' tragic past? To be crippled in such a way, that stout fellow is truly barbaric. Thank you very much. Any rumors? No one knows more about the Stillwater giant than Stanley Hippington. He lives in a small cottage north of town. Okay. Thanks. Let me know if I can ever be of help. Have you ever heard? Good blade. Aha. Elves. Okay. Marley. What? That guy who's... Okay, I'll tell you about this guy Marley. We have a quest about him too. Stillwater Giant and Old Drog Blacktooth the Ogre. We'll meet him too and fight him incidentally. Old Cyrus the Wizard lives just northwest of town. I haven't seen him around much lately. I know why, because there's a quest. Really want the Thirsty Soul. That's, I guess, the inn we have visited already. That's the end of the rumors. So, do you have any work for me? He looks you over thoroughly, assessing your capabilities. Work, huh? I do not think you are up to the task I would have you do. It is no simple task. You will require great stealth to complete. You do not have the look of a thief about you. Perhaps I'm more stealthy than I appear. I'm going to tell you a story. The tale will give you great insight into the task you are going to attempt, so please be patient and listen. Proceed, I'm listening. As a youth, I was pressed into service by a group of travelers. They were rowdy, barbarous, lot seeking to gain great wealth and reputation while adventuring throughout the land. I found my place among them. For a time, stealth was called for, and this was my greatest ability. Go on. As time progressed, I proved to them that I was no mere impressed servant and became a valued member of the group, like Bilbo Baggins. We adventured together for several years, following old tales and discovering lost treasures. It was a rich and wild time in my life. He gets lost in his thoughts for a moment. Please continue. It's nice that anytime I can be rude and like, I'll be off then. Like, fuck off your story. With your story. One fateful day we were lazing about, recovering from our last adventure. We had just cleared out a cavern full of lizard men that had been terrorizing the local community. Deep in the back of the cave, we discovered an unmarked chest sealed tight. When we collected our fee from the local magistrate, we conveniently failed to mention the chest. Not exactly on the up and up, eh? Shush, do you want me to finish the tale or not? Sorry, please continue. It took Nightfire, a half-breed elven member of the troop, nearly 2 days to sprint the lock and open the chest. the chest, sorry. Since Nightfire was an expert with the lock, there was much anticipation and speculation done over the supposed contents of the box. Go on. Inside the chest, we were disappointed to find only a few coins, several interesting baubles, and a book. As I was the only literate member, I was given the book to review. Here, I still have the book. Why don't you read it for yourself? Tell me when you have finished, and I will continue. I will, thank you. That's an interesting story. The book. Tenan Rothbrinner's journal. One of my sons, Callan, had wandered off into the woods to play. I set out to find him as he had been gone most of the day. He was often one to wander, but not normally for this length of time. I tracked him deep into the woods, further than I or anyone I know had ever ventured before. As I moved deeper into the unknown, I came to an area where the hairs at the base of my neck began to stand on end. The air seemed to cool and the sounds of the forest ceased to exist. Yet Callan's tracks continued, so I pressed onward, calling out to him, and then I saw it, a clearing, silent and haunted. Scattered throughout the clearing were several large stones, positioned as if to have meaning. I believe they had arcane writings carved upon them, but couldn't discern them from my distance. In the center of these stones stood an altar, and upon that altar was the largest ruby I had ever beheld. It was several moments before I could take my eyes from it, so mesmerizing was the jewel. It was then that I noticed Callan not far off to the side. As I watched, he began to run towards the altar. It appeared that he was intent on gaining the ruby. I shouted for him to wait, but he paid me no heed. Before I could stop him, Callan passed by the first marked stone. As he did so, a most unnatural beast burst forth from the ground. He cried out in terror and turned to flee, but the horror was upon him. The beast killed him before he had even taken a step back toward me. A look of absolute terror froze onto his face. I stood powerless, frozen in fear at the apparition and macabre scene before me. Oh horror! I dared not move toward the beast. Instead, I ran from that most accursed place at last, as fast as my feet would carry me. I was forced to leave my precious Callan where he lay, for I never found the courage to return. I warned the surrounding farmers of the horror in the woods. All children were forbidden from venturing far from home from that day forward. I can only pray that the beasts are tied to that wicked place and will never be let loose upon us. It has been years since that dreadful day. Many have forgotten what happened that day in the woods, yet I still mourn the loss of my beloved Callan and have never been able to remove the vision of that hideous creature from my mind. To this day it haunts my sleep. I am old and soon shall die. I leave this record as warning to anyone who might venture deep into the haunted woods. Beware, let no other souls be consumed by the beast of the jewel. Tenan Rothbringer. I have finished the book. Fascinating. Please continue. Yes, where was I? Oh yes, I had just finished reading the book. We quickly reviewed the map drawn inside to determine our distance from this ruby. It was several days' travel from our encampment. Fools that we were, we pulled out at daybreak in search of the gem. Yes. As we neared the locale, it was as the book described. The hairs on our necks raised and the forest sounds ceased. You could feel the apprehension in the air. Then we came upon the clearing, and the ruby. It was amazing. Never have I beheld a more beautiful thing. We were all mesmerized, dreaming of the pleasure we could enjoy once in possession of such treasure. Two of our troop suddenly ran forward to grab the jewel, and all others save me followed. For I never join in battle, my strength not lying in combat. Wait! I hollered. Remember the beast! But it was too late. As the two men passed the first stone, a hideous creature emerged from the depths. My comrades drew their weapons, but they were clearly outmatched. Oh my! In horror, I stood there. As the fighting moved about, more beasts materialized to join the fray. I counted 7 beasts that dreadful day, one for each of the strange stones that filled the clearing. The death cries of my comrades were quickly silenced, and rather than turning on me, as I feared they would, the creatures disappeared back into the depths as the last body fell. How horrifying! Cautiously, I approached the stones, yet dared not pass their mark. As I observed the morbid scene that lay before me, I noticed that there was a warning carved upon each stone. It read, "The great ruby of Kalru is found. Heed this warning ere you move around. He who walks without a sound shall pass the death beneath the ground." That's beautiful. I'll try to take a screenshot of this poem. Hey ho, Ridrick Schuhart. I hope I read your name correctly, actually. I don't know if it is the correct pronunciation, so. And nice to see you, man. And answering your question, it's just a cold. Nothing serious, I think. So, if only they had read the stones. A sickness grew in me, for I knew had my comrades only waited, they would still be alive, for I had the skill necessary to obtain the ruby. But in the aftermath, as terror shook my bones, I was too shaken from what I had witnessed, and I lacked the confidence to complete the task. You left. I fled from the scene of carnage. I wandered aimlessly for a time before making Stillwater my home. I have never left again. I fear my adventuring days have come to an end. Yet, as the author of the book says, the jewel and the beast still haunt my sleep. Oh, I'm glad that I read your name correctly, because you know my phonetical complications, and each surname could be a predicament. So you did not retrieve the ruby? I never did, yet I still desire the great ruby of Kalru. As you have probably surmised, I want you to retrieve their jewel for me. If you can do this deed, I'll pay you 1,500 coin. A large sum, but I believe the risk demands such a price. What say you? Will you do this task for me? Well, of course I will retrieve it for you, Gildor. Very good. Here, let me see your map. I will show you the location. Can I ask some more questions? So, this location that he mapped for me is actually, I think, beyond our reach yet. So we will go there after we open the path to Kintara, the Elven settlement. This is an empty place, so and this is the temple where we are going to have an orgy, I think it is. So, and besides, it's a weird name. Well, what name is weird and what isn't? That's a big question to answer. I think either all names are weird or no names are weird, because well, it depends on the perspective, and perspectives vary, they're different. So let's see the vendor. And okay, hello. Is his name? Might I ask who you are, sir? Hello, I'm Richard Leaks, blacksmith of Stillwater. How might I be of service? Greetings, Richard. Might I ask you a few questions? How can I help you? Tell me about Stillwater. Stillwater. Oh, she's just a small town. Used to be quite a place back when Bates first made his steam engine. People used to think it would be as big as Toronto, but as you can see, we are still just the same old Stillwater. A few stories, a few people, all in all, a pretty quiet little town. Yeah, with a temple where people have orgies and the Stillwater giant, and actually I think they have the best swords, they claim, but we will learn this later. What is there to see around here? No, not much. We've an inn and a tavern. If you're looking for a place to stay other than our well-made weapons, he gestures to some of his wares, smiling. I suppose our biggest claim to fame is the Stillwater giant, or I'd guess that some people find the cult of Gestiana a bit strange. Yeah, this is what I was talking about, and they have quite interesting, let's say, pleasures. Actually, it's orgy. I just couldn't help it, but checked. So orgy, they have orgies, and we're going to participate in one. What is unique about the weapons made here? We do a lot of trading with the dwarves. They have the best mithril ore in Arcanum, and it makes well-balanced weapons, as well as holding powerful enchantments. My family has been making swords in Stillwater for 400 years. I don't mean to be wordy, son, but if there is anyone in this land who knows more about bladesmithing than I do, I'd be very surprised. Yeah, there is plenty of such people actually, because his swords suck. Like, they do as hell. That's a bit presumptuous, don't you think? Well, I can insult him right away, and I will. Hard look comes over his face, but then he breaks into a smile. There are a few men who could say that to me without it coming to blows, but you're a different kind of soul. Sometimes a man does need a little reminder that his head might be getting a little too big for his shoulders. My thanks, friend. Yeah, that's the point. That's the point. We taught him a lesson. I mean, I can make this charge sword, which is really powerful. I mean, I have such weapons in my collection already that are much more powerful, deadly, terrorizing, and there are also artifacts scattered around Arcanum which will surpass his swords like many folds, but what he's talking about. So, and I'm glad that he accepts this. I mean, he is a nice guy because he immediately humbled himself. That's such a rare situation when people adequately react to overinflated ego of themselves and actually, what's that, pinch it, and it releases all air and they just become mortals who they have to be. Let me read the chat on Twitch. Relatively weird, I suppose it's had to hear such name in real life. It's hard. This state is so dope. Yes, it is. I have some kind of criticism towards the material. I mean, it's not the best color. Let's say have some suspicions as for like the material, but let's say it's wood. I hope it is wood, or some clay maybe, or some other things, but not what I'm thinking of actually. Okay. Do you enchant the weapons as well? No, there is a local wizard in these parts who I used to enchant the weapons. He's a stubborn old codger, but we get along pretty well. Goes by the name of Cyrus. He puts spells on my weapons and I check in on him from time to time, do some work around his place when he needs it. Come to think of it, what day is it? Tell you, I don't know what day it is. Yeah. That's strange. Old Cyrus was supposed to come down here yesterday. Haven't had the time to check in on him, and today I'm especially busy with an order from the Caledonian Guard. Richard looked concerned. I sure hope he's doing alright. Well, perhaps I could look in on him for you. Yeah, you seem a trustworthy type. Would you mind making sure that no harm has come to him? And when you talk with him, tell him I'll be needing his services as soon as possible. This shipment has to go out by the end of the week. If you do this, I think I could find an extra still water blade to pass your way. What say you, friend? Sounds like a fair trade, I'll do so. My thanks to you, stranger. His house is just northwest of here. Just follow the path outside of town. When you've made sure that the old wizard is fine, then return to me. Imagine of this statue for Telegram, for example. Could be a great sticker. Well, oh, I just thought it reminds me of Crazy Frog, you know. Arcanum actually, well, you know, maybe there are stickers from Arcanum on Telegram. Should be. I mean, if there are stickers from Morrowind, maybe there are also from Arcanum, maybe Planescape Torment even. I should check it out. I mean, all the games I've played should have the stickers. So, what services do you provide, Richard? I need to trade fancy pistol. Yeah. And no, I won't buy coins because I need to play for money in the inn. Yeah, Crazy Frog. It is Crazy Frog. Looks like that. So, let the game begin. Who is the king of Caladon? August Farad is the king. Thank you. Question? So, who next? You? Yeah, let's play a game. What town in Arcanum is best known for making swords? Oh, what a question, what a question. Stillwater it is. Thank you for the money. That's days. What have you heard, madam? Yeah, let's play. In the Glimmering Forest, there are small creatures called Seamtala in the Elven tongue. How is this translated? Ooh, I don't remember. Something like love lights? Yeah, that was the answer. And hello, friend. Yeah, let's play. The first Panari temple is in Shrouded Hills. Caladon? Seriously? No. Really? Okay, where is HT Parnas Emporium of Wonders? Tarant it is. So, well, I got it wrong about Panari. What a shame. Of course. No, come on. Panari. Not in Caladon. It actually has to be in Rose. What was that city? Something like the last town to be opened after Caladon. There is one more town, and there is the temple for Panari. But why in Caladon? I have forgotten something. Oh, is it Caladon? Okay, we will learn that very soon. Maybe in 2 or 3 days. I mean, real days. Ask a question. No. So this is an assassin. That's why we earned 2,000 coins, and we can go forward. Oh, what a nice statue! Another one. Beautiful. And that's what? A shop? Yeah, let's trade. I want to buy all your bullets for 4 coins. Fuckers. Okay, Virgil.
What is it that you want?
The books, please. And what is this book? Ah, it's from Joachim. What? Virgil? Don't. He is trying to say that he has no place. That's weird. Virgil has no place. Well, can I? It feels like in this. Well, I am still complaining about the patch, but it feels like they have shrunk the inventory size for the characters. But okay, so let's join the orgy. Hello, lady. This devastatingly beautiful woman seems to swallow you with her eyes. How delightful! A traveler, welcome to Stillwater. It's a wondrous day, is it not? You're quite in the good mood, aren't you? It is so kind of you to say so, but I know I'm not being as loving as our goddess wishes. I must apologize for being so down today. Someone has gone and stolen the idol of our beloved goddess, Gishtiana, the Lady of the Wine, and with the festival so close. I could try to find it for you. What would the reward be? If you were to return our idol, our goddess would bestow her blessing upon you. And this blessing would do what for me? A blessing from our goddess would fill your heart with so much joy that you would appear more beautiful to those around you. I have been amply blessed by the goddess. As you can see, our goddess is a powerful one. Simply possessing the idol itself will make you more appealing to others. I see. You have yourself a deal. Bless you, brother. She gently caresses your face for the briefest of moments. Could you tell me about Stillwater? Stillwater is love and harmony. Everyone is welcome. Love and harmony. But Stillwater is famous for its swords, and our swords are made with love to be used against the evil and vicious of the world. My sword is to be used against mindlessly happy idiots like you. What? What? I didn't have any options. I had to be rude. What? That's... I don't remember this. I mean, what the hell is that? Your troubled spirit hurts me. I no longer wish to speak with you, though I'm truly sorry for your pain. I can now be really menacing and promise death to her, I guess. I'm sorry, I'm trying to become a loving person. I commend your efforts to that end. Since you truly want to change, Stillwater welcomes you with open arms. That's like... The character I'm playing is a maniac. I mean, I just... The fuck was that? I didn't want to say that to her. Okay. Okay. Right, let's... I mean, I know where the idol is, and it's in this house. Hello, sir. You are a thief. There seems to be something not quite right with this fellow. He is extremely beautiful in a strange sort of way, but it doesn't seem right somehow. Good day to you, sir. That's a real... I shouldn't use any social labeling because, well... Okay, that's like this guy who is not really successful in relationships and with social circles. Is there any work to be had around here, perhaps? None that I can think of. Well, thanks for stopping by. We'll be seeing you. He motions toward the door. Hey, man. It's obvious to any who look at you that you have the stolen idol. He begins to sweat and look around suspiciously. What could you possibly mean? Why did you steal the idol? It has powers somehow. It's not magical, yet it transforms whoever owns it. I was an ugly, hated person in a town where everyone is loved and welcomed. I was rejected, but now that I own the idol, people treat me with love and respect. I mean, a maniac. I remember one review. It was in Russian. Like in Arcanum, you can be really black humored person in all meanings. I mean, you can insult, humiliate, kill, murder, eliminate people around mercilessly, relentlessly. And actually, I want to once play Arcanum like that, being a total jerk. Probably it should be half orc, because they are quite strong, and so I can kill anyone on my way. So, but of course, for this walkthrough, I'm going to say, perhaps I could persuade you to part with the statue. I don't see what you could offer me to convince me to change my mind. I will get the priestess to bless you. You would do that? That would be most wonderful. I will finally be accepted. Here is the key to the room where I've been keeping the idol. Thank you. Oh, some mild erotics in the game. So, that was quite... I mean, the games of the noughties and of the 90s, they had the most elegant erotica there. I mean, that was usually very, how to say, harmoniously integrated into the games, and thanks to the sophisticated scenarios, I mean, that they were so complex, and you usually empathized and sympathized with characters, and you, by the immense amount of reading, you actually had to immerse into the story, and you really felt like the world around you. So anything that had any mild sexualization, sexual context, was still perceived as very, very strong, I think, trigger. So that's quite interesting. And well, I think that's why games are so powerful in the emotional connection to players, because you identify with the characters, with the story. It's not that modern games aren't working this way. Of course they do, especially if you take it seriously, the game that you're playing. So it's nice. I mean, helps you to live through some valuable human experiences without really having them. And yeah, so I have brought back the idol. She looks at you with lust in her eyes. Oh, traveler, it is you. You look different somehow. Perhaps you could spare me a moment to instruct you in the ways of our goddess. Of course. So the lessons of the goddess are quite invigorating, don't you agree? So we just had what's that? Coitus, I think it is, together, surrounded by 7 of my party members, and well, none of them seem to have paid any attention, which is nice. And well, actually this idol only has added me 2 points of beauty, which is not that much. So, and by the blessing I'm going to have +1, so it will be 9. 9 is enough to make Raven, the elf lady, fall in love with us, and then I'm going to reject her love because she is a, well, however long living she is, she's still a challenged person. I mean, she has troubles understanding some philosophy in this game, and I'm not going to have a relationship with her this time, which is quite a sensation for myself. But yeah, anyway, the idol. Oh, we can have sex again, of course. That's nice. I mean, cool. But yeah, enough of this nonsense. I brought you the idol. Thank you so much. I bless you in the name of our goddess. Actually, Marley found it. I think you should bless him as well. Oh, what an excellent idea. I wish I had thought of that sooner. It shall be done. I'll be on my way then. Please join our festival celebration. Have some spiced wine to celebrate. Don't mind if I do. Actually, I'm following my celibate, if I can say so in English. And but well, I think I don't mind if I do. Oh, it is celibacy, not celibate, but celibacy. Well, look at this party. What an amazing picture. And they're so like, look at their fatigue. It's minus 1,646%. So they'll be lying here forever, I guess. And by the way, this lady hasn't even joined the party. Why haven't you, traveler? It's good to see one blessed by the goddess again. And so we have the +1 beauty. Exciting. Passion root. That's, I think, the root to be given to the goddess, and she will give us one more point of beauty. Let's read this poem. Gestiana, we pray that you show us your love, your face like the newest moon, your spirit as the whitest of doves. We bring you this gift, the root with your name, for often it is love and passion are the same. So bless us now, O goddess, with your beauty and your might, so that others might see in us your pure and precious light. I wish I could save this somehow, but maybe I'll rewatch the stream because I'm recording and because I want to have these poems. Maybe they're, let's say, Googleable. So what should I? Yeah, the root. But I don't need 10 beauty. It's enough. I need to sacrifice to get some other blessing somewhere else, not here, because I actually thought that I will need to sacrifice something, but not necessarily. That's good news. So people, are you going to wake up? Oh, they are, actually, they are. So let's wait until morning. Are you going to be standing up? Yeah, they are. I just want to look at this crowd standing up. To be sure, pleasure. It is. Hello. What can I do for you? Aren't you people embarrassed? This is a show. Wow. Actually, you see, the game is lagging.
Of course.
By the way, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 ladies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 men. So 12 ladies and 5 men. Somebody could be very happy to turn up at this festival, huh? What do you think, guys? But yeah, happy that people in this town live such a great life with festivals and stuff. I just want to talk to that guy who had stolen the idol and then returned it, because I want to check on him if he's okay now. And my application is what? Application is like, thank you for changing my life, good sir. Well, you moron could have done this yourself without stealing. You're lucky that I don't want to turn you in to the authorities. Anyway, I believe we can buy some more bullets. Can we? We can, because we are going to need them, not very soon, but we are. So what quests haven't I taken yet? Actually, Haggle is slowly coming to the maximum. I want to see this elf who has the information about Kintara location. He lives here. He is going to give me one, he thinks, impossible quest. Oh, excuse me there, sir. Just what exactly do you think you are doing in my house? Please excuse the intrusion. I was hoping you could help me. No intrusion, my friend. You merely startled me. What can I do for you? May I ask you some other questions? What is it you wish to know? Could you direct me to the elven city of Kintara? Kintara? You seek Kintara? Yes, that's what I said. Do you know where it is? It isn't. It is in the forest. Even a fool knows that. I realize it's in the forest. Smiling, then why are you asking me where it is? Do you know where Kintara is located or not? Yes. Out with it, man. In the glimmering forest, he noticeably tries to keep from laughing, so he is mocking me. Where exactly in the forest is Kintara? In the trees, cracking a slight smile. In what trees? In the glimmering forest. He noticeably tries to keep him... where exactly? Please, it's urgent that I find Kintara. Why is it so important that you find Kintara, if you don't mind me asking? No, I don't mind at all that you ask. So, why is it so important? Let him wait. Well, let him wait. Well, are you going to tell me or not? I said I didn't mind you asking, not that I tell you. Ha, very good. A man after my own heart laughs. Kintara, yes, I know where it is. Can you tell me where it is located? Elves just don't go revealing that information at the drop of a hat, but I can sympathize with your plight. I'll show you where Kintara lies, but you first must prove your worth. And I heard this phrase in one video about X from Dota 2. And how would I go about doing that? I'm not quite sure you'd be up to the task. This is a rite of passage for young elves, a cultural tradition, very old and very difficult. He smiles widely. I can do it, just tell me what I need to do. You must bring me the pelt of the mystical Stillwater giant, only then will I entrust you with the location of the mother city. How fortunate, I happen to have the very thing you seek. Really? He smiles smugly. And just where did you get it? Actually, I stole it from H.T. Parnell's museum in Toronto. It's a long story, but I single-handedly captured and skinned one. His smile fades. I find it hard to believe, friend. Yeah, I know, I found it hard to believe myself, but it's true. Amazed, I thought it was only a legend. How did you manage it? The details are frightening and gruesome, but I prevailed. Truly, truly impressive. I've met few men like yourself. Asshole. My thanks. And Kintara, can you tell me where to find it? Oh yes, certainly. Your exploits have earned you the right. Kintara is right there, and here's the mountain pass you will need to take to get there. He points to a location on your map. May I ask you some other questions? Are you from the elven city of Kintara? Yes, I'm from Kintara. Why do you live here, not in Kintara? You may not know this, but very few elves stay in one place for very long. Most elves take up new lives every 100 years or so. It's just the way we are. Nothing. I'd never speak a word of the elven home. Thank you. Why are you thanking him? I mean, he is a blockhead, and also he stole one medallion from one lady who lives in Shorted Hills, and I'm going to steal it from him now. Using critical success at pickpocket, and amulet of Tala. You succeed. Thank you. And that's it. Goodbye. I actually have forgotten. I think there is another way to get this skin, somehow using rabbits or whatever. Yeah, something connected to this house. Can I help you, sir? Yeah, to this man, but I don't remember. He is this person hunting the giant, but I don't remember what it was. And unfortunately, as I already have the skin of the Stillwater giant, what is that? Cave. What's the cave? Okay. Oh. That's the bunny that could be the...
Please, we must cease our attack upon such a good soul.
That's a very strong bunny.
Of
know?
course, sir.
So, okay, I think I remember. This is the bunny that you need to catch, because the man in the house we just talked to, or tried to talk to, thinks this is the giant, but it is not. And what happens later, I don't remember. Either you actually meet the giant, or well, that's a pity. I don't remember. I need to read about this quest on the internet, but quite a shame I can't replay it, because there was something funny about it. And yeah, that was, I think, only the first time that I completed this quest, like my very first playthrough, which was 10 years ago, maybe more, and now I can't remember, but fine. So let's go and find that magician who enchants swords for Robert, or what was his name? So there is some blood, something happened here, broken chest, and now we can follow the trail and find a cave, I guess. Yeah, with Drok, the ogre. The trail is so visible. We are almost there. Yeah, that's the cave we are looking for. Let's enter. I want to save the game in case something goes very wrong. I mean, the hard save, the double save. And yeah, these are the bones. Guys,
Of course, sir.
leave, please, because I know... Wait, sorry.
Of course, sir.
I know what they're going to do.
Of course, sir.
They're going to take
Of course, sir.
all the stuff. My companions are very how to say, they don't lose chances to steal something from me. Okay, hello sir. Go
Of
away.
course, sir.
Help! Get me out of here! That old ogre has gotten it in his mind to eat me. I, Cyrus the wizard. Richard Leaks sent me to find you. Richard, not Robert. Richard, bless that man. I'll chant everything that man owns if you get me out of here. I was captured by Drog Blacktooth, an old ogre that has lived in these parts for years. He's never bothered me before, but I guess he got hungry. He said he was going out for something to spice up the soup. Please, get me out of here. I'll do my best. Give me a moment to survey the situation. Please get me out of here. The ogre will be back at any moment, and he is actually coming back. Well, hey, ogre.
Of course, sir.
And here you are. Actually, I kind of feel pity. There was so in the game Pillars of Eternity, there is this similar case, but much more beautifully. Well, of course, next level graphics and engines. So there was also an ogre, and you enter his cave, and there are bears, and him and you, through a quite nice conversation, can actually convince him that he should go to your castle and live there, and you'll promise him some food and so on and so forth, and actually you come there to kill him as a mission, and instead you come back and report that he will never bother the village again. But I don't remember how you tricked the administration that you actually have killed the ogre, but anyway, I mean, I enjoyed the fact that you don't have to. I mean, yes, well, this ogre hasn't killed anyone yet, and we could just negotiate with him and suggest some peaceful resolution, like we will supply him with food and so on. Like, why should he die? Oh, jacket, thank you. So why should he die if he is not a murderer yet? So I think the disappearing sword of creatures, so... Yeah, you are free. Thank the stars, it was going to be wizard stew for old Rock if you hadn't come along. I'm going to run back to town. Good day to you, sir. Alright, good day to you, Cyrus. You're running very slowly. Run faster. What are you doing? Wow. What does this amulet do, I wonder? Does it give anything? Doesn't seem so. Top hat. And no boots. I'm still bare feet. Can you imagine? All game, bare feet. I wanted to say something. What did I want to say about this? Don't remember. Okay. Stillwater. Kintara is here. Hardin's Pass is here. Oh, I think here it's gonna be a lot of... There's gonna be a lot of shooting. I believe. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe some wolves, because you can't just pass through like by clicking, I think. You not yet. As soon as you go through manually, then you can, but the first time I think we have to walk through with killing monsters and beasts and so on. So, first of all, Richard. I found Cyrus. He'd been waylaid by a most disagreeable ogre. Really? You must mean old Drog Blacktooth. He's been living up in the hills for a long time, but most of the time he's all teeth but no bite. Well, what I'm telling him, looks like his stomach got the best of him this time. Well done, friend. Here's the blade I promised you. Hands to you. Good day to you. And I mean, we killed an ogre who was actually a nice guy. Why? That's pointless. Very cruel and absolutely unnecessary. So what's the point of that? And look at this, Stillwater blade. Summon animal. Who needs this animal? Damage is ridiculous. Fatigue is ridiculous. I mean, that's shitty. It's not a blade. It's a joke. It's a ridicule. It's a preposterous imitation of some weapon. Well, this is a blade. Like, this is an axe of strength, and it's 300 coins only. But it gives you an extra point in strength, an extra point in constitution. I'll buy it because I want to give it to some of my companions. Now the prices have become more reasonable, I should say. I wonder, can I buy this blade actually once more later, just for my collection? Maybe yes, maybe no. So the top hat I want to sell, the jacket also. This goes, and this, and this, and this, and this. Yep, because I don't need this stuff anymore. Who will have the X? I think Gar. Oh, he has Harrow.
How can I help you?
Magnus, what do you have? By the way, does
How can
Magnus
I help you? What would you like me to do? How can I help you?
fight
What do
well?
you need to know?
Pretty well, actually. He could have a
How
good
can I
weapon.
help you?
And does
What
he
do you
know
need to
anything
know?
about this place?
This is the town of Stillwater. I know they make fine weapons here, if you're interested in that sort of thing. More than one master sword maker has come out of this small town.
Okay. Gar,
Yes, sir.
what do you know about this place?
Stillwater is home to the cult of Gestiana. Bunch of sexual deviants, if you ask me. Rotting around like farm animals, copulating with strangers. Disgusting.
So it's Gestiana in English. In Russian it was Gestiana, but well, as I said, phonetics is not my cup of tea at all, even though I mostly know all the words which I meet, but sometimes I've never heard them said. So Gestian, a bunch of sexual deviants, copulated strangers. That's very, very similar to what I think of this town in this respect. I totally support you, Gar, in your assessment. Hold on there a minute, what's this about sex with strangers?
The whole festival celebrating their goddess is simply an excuse for a giant drunken orgy, if you ask me.
Oh, I should have talked to him earlier and then I would have learned about the orgy word pronunciation. I see, and when is this festival?
I'm sure I don't know. Why are you so interested in it, pray tell?
Because I've taken part in one and have
Yes, sir.
slept with
What?
the priestess twice already.
What is it that you want of me?
Virgil?
What can I answer for you? Fantastic! This is Stillwater. They have that cult here, Gushana or something. They have an orgy every year and call it a religious festival. We should go speak with some of the locals, eh?
Virgil, you are... what's that? Troubled, let's say. There was a good word for that. I think... I'm trying to remember this. There was a good sexual term for that, but I don't remember. I met it in the Witcher book, but, well, I'll need to go through my vocabulary notes. Okay, and Wallinger, what do you know about this place? This is Stillwater, a little mining town. He gives a sidelong look. Now, what would you be wanting here? Well, like you haven't heard anything, you blockhead. Sog? What do you know? What do I know about this place? This is Stillwater, bunch of crazy monster hunters and religious types around here from what I remember, and the Thirsty Soul Saloon is a great place to stop and get something to warm you against this chill. We better get over there right away. Understandable. Do you know about this place? Nah. As always, nothing at all. What a great companion to travel with. Anyway, what haven't I finished yet? So quests. Yeah, only this one. But with the rest of the stuff, I am done. Which means I can... there is one more guy living here, I think. No? No, apparently I'm wrong. Yeah, here. This is the place. And I think that's the quest which you can't finish if you aren't a blocking master expert, or if you aren't... Well, it's something... The quest I've never completed because it's connected to being developing this dodge and melee fight. But we'll have a conversation anyway. Halt! Don't you know I can smell your presence, foolish one? Sir, might I ask who you are? You actually thought you were capable of catching me unaware, didn't you? Who sent you? I mean, you no harm. Could you tell me your name, sir? Names. Of what import are they? Merely a tool our enemies utilize to destroy us. What is the name that will be your own undoing? My name is as unimportant as your own. Okay. Didn't work out. Why have you come to bother an old blind man? Funny guy. Did he send you to finish me off? Did he? I know not of what you speak. No one sent me. He has never found me, no. He never will. Not me. The master of dodge is too crafty for the likes of Stout. Stout is the officer from Blackroot who is marching around like crazy, and well, that's the quest, which is fight between them. Master of dodge, you are the dodge master. Know you not to whom you speak, fool. I am Atkin Chambers, master of the Dodge. If you are the master, why don't you train me? Sarcastically, how shall I ascertain your level of wisdom in the art of dodge? If you are truly well versed, you'll be able to anticipate this. He suddenly launched his arm forward to strike you. Hey, crazy old man, dodge. You are struck by the blind man's surprisingly powerful blow. Ha! I knew you were lying. You haven't anywhere near the skill required to train as a master. You must surely be a spy. Leave me, I'll face the consequences. That's it, you're crazy, I'm leaving. Hold a moment, take heed. Should you make known our meeting here, you shall find your name on the death list of the evil one, alongside my own. He laughs maniacally. Evil, evil, stealer of sight, destroyer of the innocent. I think you may have been out here alone far too long. Poor guy. Yeah, but that could be an interesting quest if only I wanted to be a melee fighter, but I'm not planning to be. So what will we do? The Ruby Glade. You see how far it is? Very, very far. So what to do? What to do? Some little things, I think. Let's go to the Shrouded Hills. And then to Tarant. What for? I don't know. Maybe pay a visit to these dwarves. No, I think I'll go to Kentara. Again. One strike from Sog. I think it was him. I'm drinking a very nice beverage, which I made to cure myself. And no, it's not alcoholic. It's rather entish. I mean, like in Fangorn, the Tolkien's tale. What have you just done? He just climbed out of the window. Don't you have doors? Okay, locked. Everything locked. So, where was I? I was talking about this drink. So, it's like what ants used to drink there to consume, and it contains, in my version, it contains birch leaves dried, it contains mint, it contains currant leaves, 2 spoons of sugar, and a small pinch of black tea with orange peel, and that constitutes a very, very fine liquid. And I put it into my thermocup, so my voice is still alive thanks to this support. Let's say hello. I'm looking for work. Do you require assistance with anything? This town is small and my needs are few. There is nothing I need an outsider to do for me. She looks you over, seeming distant and thoughtful for a moment. You appear a traveler. Tell me, do you wander far? I am new to this land, but I suspect my travels will take me far. Well then, if in your wanderings you happen to come across an elven amulet engraven with the name Antala upon its face, I would ask that you return it to me. It is an old family heirloom stolen a generation ago. Where do you think it may be? I have not the slightest inkling of its whereabouts. Looking slightly bemused, I cannot fathom why I have even told you of it. Perhaps these many years have confused my mind. Well, no matter. If you do happen upon it, I would reward you handsomely. Now, is there anything more I can do for you? I'm departing, and I have located your amulet. Looking both shocked and elated. You have the amulet of Antala. I have. An elf in Stillwater had it in his possession. She takes the amulet from you, holding it lovingly. Oh, thank you. I thought it was forever lost. My mother came from a family of healers. This amulet had been handed down for generations until it was stolen nearly 70 years ago. Here is 1,000 coin. I realize it is worth so much more, but it is all I have. Thank you so much, funny guy. My pleasure. What do you know of Kintaro's location? Perchance? Kintara, she looks thoughtful for a moment. Its location is a guarded secret, but you have done such a service by returning this to me, stealing it from an elf, that I will tell you here. This is the location of Kintara. She points the location out on your map. So I have doubled. What's that? Like Kintara was twice located for me. Thank you, Gaily. I'm off to continue my travels. Goodbye. Yeah. Amazing. And you can only know about this quest if you actually read the walkthroughs guides on the internet, and without that it's almost unimaginable that you will bump into this by yourself. Yeah. Now, yeah, you see, this axe is much more effective, and Harrow I will give to Logair. Let him chop enemies with his shit himself, because his axe is just useless for most of the folk around. Oh, is it coca leaves? Okay. I think I have no more business here. Yeah, I think not. Interested in trading? Mage stuff. To hell with your mage stuff. I'll only take the potion of haste for no obvious reason, because I almost never use them. Maybe it's some difficult life situations in the game. Okay, some herbs. Right, so now I think... Why did I want to go to Torrent? I remember I wanted to go to Torrent, but don't get why. Huh. Right. And probably if I can't remember still, that's a good reason to neglect this and instead go to this Hardin's Pass. And there we will shoot through the monsters and beasts, and then we will go to the entrance of Kintara, where the elves are going to tell me like, fuck off, we don't want to let you in. I'll have to complete one quest for them. That's a massacre, carnage. Heartbreaking to hear the shouts and shrieking. So yeah, and in Kintara there are many things to do, and around Kintara too. It's quite a lovely location, lots of business to complete. And now Hardin's Pass. Lots of shooting ahead.
Of course, sir.
And ice. So it's funny that in this game you can actually fall on ice. How many games do you know which actually think about that ice is slippery?
Of course, sir.
That was painful. Wolves are quite dangerous, I see. Virgil, you could heal me maybe? Don't have enough bullets, I think, for this place, but let's hope. Oh, yeah, I hate monkeys here. They're such ugly voices. And I'm still not very resilient. Thank you, Virgil. 300. Now 300.
That's the way to show those bastards. Good hit, sir.
Again I fell. Am I close to the exit? Not yet. Somewhere here. Fallen. And my bullets have finished. So are you going to attack? Thank you. That's a pity. I'm not getting experience for the kills. Not me. Fight my companions. Have no bullets to shoot you. Strange animal. Oh, I found the way out. I hate Arcanum for this. It's endless. I mean, until some creature glitches, I'll be running around in circles. Fine. So I have a level up. 1 point to invest. Oh, and now I remember what I wanted to do in Toronto. I wanted to check if I can get actually the Master of Haglin. It's impossible to sleep in this territory. Now wolves. Okay. Please kill this. Thank you. Okay, we are all healed up and let's reach Kintara, I believe. No? Let's do so. I think I can't buy bullets in Kintara. They are at the mage place. Okay, here's the entrance. Hello dear Sir Elf. Greetings Outlander, welcome to the Elven city of Kintara, greetings to you. I won't say this again, human. We are welcome to walk the Tree City, but if you cause any trouble here, you'll be punished to the full extent of Elven law. The guard's hand moves to the hilt of his sword. Your kind has taken much from us already. You may pass. Good day. And here we are. So what I will do, I'll take one lady, I think this one. What can I help you with? Who might you be? My name is Swift. You are an adventurer, are you not? Yes, as a matter of fact I am. Why do you ask? Pray tell, have you ever been to that fabulous city known as Torrent? Yes, I have visited there. Would you be interested in a job as a guide? What do you have in mind? I will pay you 300 coins to bring me safely to Torrent. Why do you want to go there? Everyone goes there. I'm tired of this forest. I need some adventure, excitement. Will you take me? What? Again, the game forces me to be an asshole. Like I have no other choice but to ask for more money or to reject the quest. It's impossible. They sway too much. She thinks for a moment, okay, I'll do it, but I think you are mean. How old are you actually? I'm 150 years old. Why? Isn't that a little young for an elf to be out on her own? What are you trying to say? I'm mature enough to make my own decisions. That's open to debate. She starts to cry. Why are you being so mean to me? Stop your crying, I'll take you no place. I hate you, leave me alone. What a conversation. Okay. Okay, well, she's with us now, right? Traditionally. Oh, she is like naked and she has no inventory, okay? That's bullshit, but alright. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take you to Torrent. In Torrent, I'm going to buy as many bullets as possible, after which I'm going to, I think, call it a day. I mean, finish the playing for today, and because I have big plans for tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow I'll be streaming too, I hope, I think, I'm intending to, and tomorrow I'll be really taking care of monsters are endless and I can't shoot anything. So tomorrow I want to complete all the quests connected to Kentara, which is a lot of time. And so now let's concentrate on buying bullets. And I wonder how much money I have actually. And what I can sell to get more money. So how much I have? What? Thank you for bringing me here. I suppose I'll be on my way. Here's the coin I promised you. Thank you. I'll be seeing you. Yeah, one quest complete. Okay. I have 3,000 coins. Maybe I can make these potions and sell them. What else can I do?
How can I help you?
Dwarven steel, pure ore. Magnus has nothing to sell.
Yes, sir.
Maybe guard? No. Sog, do you have something? No. Oh, what? Okay, not much to sell anyway. Ah, can we become the master of trading, of haggling already with our current skill? I wonder, is it possible? Willpower. Hello, can I? Okay, not enough. Got you. Can I earn more money? To make bullets. What do I need? Explosives. I need explosives knowledge, which I don't have, and I don't want to get it because that's I mean, if I buy this book on explosives, that's 750 coins. Not that I want to buy oh my god, almost spent all my money on this scroll. Bullets, just bullets. So maybe let's do some herbology. She also can make a lot of interesting things here. Yeah, but we will do the most basic stuff. We'll make the most basic stuff. So healing salve and fatigue restorer. Now that's a lot of money and a lot of clicking. Stupid clicking. How has Arcanum changed since last time I played it? Thanks to these patches, it's almost unrecognizable because I don't remember, I mean, at this level, which I have now, to be so troubled with earning money. Don't remember that, to be spending so many bullets. Don't remember that. It's ludicrous. Can't believe I'm doing that. But I'm doing that, as you see. Well, at least it is some money. And to some extent it offers a challenge. It offers a challenge in the game, and not that I'm enjoying this challenge much, but yep, I can do nothing about it. At least everything is stable, and I'm very satisfied with how quests go. I complete almost everything. I don't think I have had any fuck-ups yet. Boomerang. You can have a boomerang here, can you imagine? So I'll buy 2 more or 3 more maybe sets of bullets, I think. How many thousands I have? Let's see. I think I can buy 3 more three more bullet rounds, let's call them, or bunches or piles. Then I'll go to the Sir Gunsmith, gun seller, buy the bullets from him. After that I'll go to Kintara, save there, and finish the stream for today. So that's roughly about 5 minutes, I believe. Yep. 1 more day to wait. I don't think I have clarified this, but I'm skipping 1 day because it takes 1 day to refresh the assortment of actually all vendors in the city. So just like I skip 1 day and everything they have changes completely. Well, should be changing at least. It doesn't happen always, not as a rule. And also there are some permanent things that appear constantly, and there are some things that are very situational, especially the schematics, which sometimes take like 15 days to appear, maybe 20, sometimes I think 50, and as this is the most interesting part of the game, or at least one of the most interesting parts of the game to me, as I like inventing things here. This is quite time consuming, but it is totally worth it. And here we go. We have 1484 bullets. Should be enough to eliminate everything alive and not alive around Kintara, as far as I remember, because there aren't going to be many gunfights there. Just that something about illegal hunters, something about will-o-wisps who are aggressive, and yeah, what else? Yeah, that Ruby quest for the guy in Stillwater, also important, because that's 1500 coins, and the monsters there are quite impressive, I should say. Actually, you know what? Let's go for this Ruby quest. Let it be our final adventure for today, because it's not about Kentara, it's about Stillwater. So I think we have to feel accomplished, and that will make us feel accomplished. Small camp, another quest, not really quest place, but I would say an Easter egg to some extent. And it's nice that I bumped into it. And somewhere here in this location there is a hidden graveyard of the developers of the game of Arcanum, which you can't find. It doesn't appear as a place. You have to like walk around there, or put exactly a map point using the coordinates, and you can only Google the coordinates, so you can't find them in the game. Don't know how people located this. I'm not engaging because I want to save my bullets for the more important places. The Ruby Glade. Yeah, that's a beautiful location, I think, designed with love. Some trees, a path, and yeah, this is the stone which you shouldn't cross if you don't want to trouble. Oh, that's this poem. The great ruby of Kalru is found. Heed this warning ere you move around. He who walks without a sound shall pass the death beneath the ground. And this is the corpse, or a corpse. I think a corpse, because I don't think it's this this guy's friend. So if I crawl, if I sneak, I can have a chance not to provoke the monsters to appear, but as my sneaking, my prowling is look at these idiots. This is the most hilarious part of the game, and especially that your skill is low and everyone immediately gets triggered in the city, and they start warning you like, don't you dare steal anything from me. And I should show you this in the city, because it's so funny. So shooting.
Of course, sir. Of course, sir. Of course, sir.
Monsters are quite beautiful, aren't they? So let's sleep until healed, because Jaina almost died in this fight. But actually I feel quite what is that? Look how beautiful it is. I haven't been here at night. Wow, it's amazing. I just want to make sure that nobody died. Yeah, all 7 companions are with me. Let's save the game.
What is it that you want?
Now, Virgil. Half barbarian heavy blade, unidentified armor, unidentified gloves. Ooh, beautiful. So, Sok, this is for you. Barbarian sword. It's, I think, my favorite sword in the game. If I had a chance to be a fighter, a melee fighter, I would definitely go with this barbarian heavy blade, because it is, first of all, it's beautiful. Secondly, it is quite deadly by the parameters. I mean, it has high damage and high fatigue damage too. So the axe is good too, but it's also fast. You see, it's 12 speed and it's pretty a lot. So, Great Ruby of Kalaru. Looks like plastic toy from some cheap manufacturer, actually, not like some great diamond, but ruby, sorry. I can't use it, can't read anything about it. So, that's the quest. And we can now return to Stillwater to report to our friend, our contractor. No, our client. We are the contractor. After which, we are going to Kintara. And that's gonna be it for today. So you see, we are quite successful. Actually, the demons were not very dangerous, I should say. I mean, I think they died after 1 shot, maybe 2 shots. Didn't expect that to happen. I'm going to level up with 1 monster, maybe 2, if I don't kill it. Monkeys. Took 1 monster. I'm level 34. That's quite troubling, because everyone I'm going to meet now is going to be maximum, I think, level 30. So, and the mechanics of the game is unfortunately not that people who you meet automatically get leveled up to your parameters. That means the companions I have now are going to be quite powerful, but new companions are going to be, well, kind of shallow, you know, and they have a danger to die in some hardcore encounter, but they are more precious than these silent guys like Sog or Jaina or Wallinger. So yeah, I have to replace them with more valuable guys. So Gildor, wake up, please. Right. I have the Great Ruby of Kalaru. Oh, well done. I have had great hope that you were capable, Mumbles. It's about time someone was. Please let me have it. I can keep it and he will hate me for that. So here you go. Actually found it quite simple to retrieve. Oh, it is everything I recalled it to be. You are truly a brave soul. It takes a moment to gaze at the beautiful bauble. Oh yes, forgive my distraction. You are truly a great adventurer. Here's the 1,500 coin I promised. Thank you, funny guy. May the gods bless you on your journey. I can immediately become an asshole and try to take it back. No, I will bid him a farewell and that's it. I have money. Have finished the quest. And now let's go to Kintara, to the entrance of Kintara. I think that's that in Stillwater I don't have any business anymore, except for this Stillwater giant who I could meet if something happens. I don't know what is the mechanism of meeting this monster. I'll be trying. Maybe I need to Google that and see if there are any possible triggers to actually activate the encounter. No monsters wanted to attack me, surprisingly. Oh, and there are two. Last time I forgot. I didn't see this guy. So, save the game. And save the game again. And that's it. Tomorrow I'll be streaming maybe a bit earlier. Maybe 9 o'clock, maybe. I mean, something like that. And yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate the interest to the long dead game, which still lives in memories and in reality, thanks to some players who appreciate all old RPGs. And with this said, we are saying goodbye, and I again apologize for my sick voice and my runny nose. I'll try to do my best to recover by tomorrow. Yeah, stay safe, stay healthy, cheers, and good night. Have some fire in your soul and around to warm me up.